Znowu plötzlich. Scheiße. Ja. Ja, aber.
Meine Klasse guckt hier, bitte. Es regnet seit 2 Stunden, das ist auf Gildehauser Straße, Mann. Ich kann nicht mal auf Straße. Guck, alles voll. Guck mal, das Auto, der hat Wasser im Auto. Der kann nicht mehr fahren. Guck, Alter, die ganze Straße. Bis dahin, Mann.
Oh là là, sur une minute, oh, la voiture elle va partir. Bordel de merde. C'est fait. La voiture elle part.
In voederpol. Mooi draait mooi met de rest en dan. Oh, dat draait in het voet. Inhoud van 5 minuten.
Je moet zwemmen, of het geen te zijn, maar het volgt toch echt.
In Leupersdorf ist die Lage noch dramatischer. Das hier ist nicht etwa ein Flussbett, sondern die Hauptstraße mit dem Gasthaus, dem Geschäft, der Tankstelle und vielen Wohnhäusern. Auch hier kommt das meiste Wasser vom Stögersbach. Einige haben noch versucht, ihr Haus vor dem Hochwasser zu schützen.
Wenn wir dann Hochwasserschutz nicht hätten, da durchschwimmen wir drin.
Aber trotzdem da ein großer Schaden wahrscheinlich.
Ja, und die Maschinen, der Kipper, da wenn die Bremsen dahin sind, so ist der Wasser.
Der Sportplatz, der Kindergarten und die Volksschule in Leupersdorf. Vom nahen Sägewerk werden Baumstämme angespült, verkeilen sich an der Brücke.
La voiture a été engloutie.
La voiture, elle est partie.
Engloutie.
Non, mais il y a un gouffre, elle est en dessous.
Là, il y avait quelqu'un dedans, non? Il y avait quelqu'un dedans.
Non, il n'y a personne.
Si, après la voiture.
Voilà, elle est partie, regarde. Oh là là. C'est mon fils qui est en bas.
Ah, les assurances là, ils vont gagner leur argent là, je crois.
No es habitual que la lluvia nos deje imágenes como estas. Corresponden a Bergara, como estas otras. Aunque parezcan un río, son calles de la localidad guipuzcoana, completamente anegadas. Los coches que estaban aparcados están casi cubiertos y los contenedores han sido arrastrados por la fuerza del agua. Jos y garajes inundados, los barrios más afectados, los de San Antonio y Santa Marina. En Antzuola la situación no es mejor. La lluvia ha causado daños de consideración en la biblioteca municipal, el ambulatorio y el hogar del jubilado. Los bomberos y los vecinos trabajan a destajo.
Pero la biblioteca, de pena, está llena de tierra y de barro.
La carretera que une Bergara y Antzuola está cortada debido a las bolsas de agua en la calzada. Impresionante también esta imagen de Ermua. Las precipitaciones han sido intensas en casi toda Guipúzcoa. En Berástegui a las 7 de la tarde se han recogido 28 litros de agua en una hora y en Arrasate 16. Hasta las 9 de la noche Guipúzcoa ha estado en aviso amarillo por lluvias.
Ay, Castilla, خلاص ومغالب قوي الشيخ. Ay, ya es mucho de jamás algo. La Castilla.
ადამიანების ცდილობენ რომ ფეხით გადავიდნენ და მათ ეხმარებათ სახანძრო სამაშველო ბრიგადის თანამშრომლები ეხმარებიან ამ ადამიანებს რომ გადავიდნენ შედარებით უსაფრთხო ადგილზე და მე კიდევ ერთხელ გეტყვით რომ თუ რამდენიმე წუთის წინ ავტომობილები ჯერ კიდევ გადაადგილდებოდნენ და ახლა ამ დროისთვის უკვე ყველა ავტომობილი არის გაჩერებული და ჩარჩენილი ფაქტობრივად ისინი თქვენ ხედავთ ახლა ადგილზე არის მობილიზებული სახანძრო ბრიგადა და სახანძრო ბრიგადის თანამშრომლები
İstanbul bazardı. Mahşur bağlıyız oraya. İstanbul bazarı. Buraya bakın. Getten bakın. Gör ne vaziyetteyiz. Mahşur prosla bağlı.
Oraya düşmüştü bak götürüblər. Oraya.
Yaxşı baxın, yaxşı baxın.
Maşın içinə bax bunu. Avni, maşın içinə.
Офигеть!
876.
Ну, машину, Русланчик! Легче от этого не будет. Вообще страшно. Да, его крыша погнула. Нет. Новая машина. Думаете, зацепила?
Да. Вон впереди крышу. Охренеть.
Might not be a smart idea. Oh, jeez. You get it?
Yeah.
Holy smokes, you feel the heat?
Yeah.
This is crazy. We're crazy, dude. What the hell are we thinking? Oh shit, it's blackout. Shit. We got a flame above us, son of a bitch. We gotta get out of here, but... Oh my god. We shouldn't have come through. Oh my god. What are we doing?
Oh, it's so hot.
Are you okay there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh shit. We're getting out of it. Woo!
Yeah.
Oh shit. I don't know about this, son. Look, you see him? But look at the road over there.
No.
Sheriff's Office. A wildfire is headed in your direction. Please evacuate now.
Scott Nielsen, Durango Fire, called here about 10 o'clock this morning for smoke in Rock Ridge. Force was mobilized along with all the local fire departments, and we've been here about 1,000 acres, probably burned up top, up into the top of the ridge, and held everything. Haven't lost any structures yet that we know of, no injuries. The U.S. Forest Service took control of the fire today with help from Durango Fire, Fort Lewis, Mesa, Los Pinos, Upper Pine, BLM, tons of people from out of state, California, Montana, all over the country. So tons of people came here to help. We're Type 3 fire today, taken over by a Type 2 team hopefully tomorrow from Colorado. That just brings in more resources, a little more little more logistic support for the growing incident. Started in lower elevation oaks around probably 7,000 feet, and it's probably up to 9,000 feet up in subalpine fir and mixed conifer trees. So we got structures being protected by multiple agencies. We got hotshot crews, smoke jumpers around. We got tons of people just, protecting structures and trying to just maintain an anchor point and keep everyone safe.
Another big and expanding story in the American West involves the wildfires in California, Colorado, and in New Mexico, where one of the fires doubled in size on Saturday.
Yeah, hundreds of folks are forced from their homes in the extreme heat, which has just been fueling that fire. It's about to get worse, and Rob's tracking it out for us this morning. Rob, good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. Also very dry. We'll talk more about that in just a second. But all those fires happening across New Mexico and Colorado. Overnight, we had a new one spawn in Southern California.
This morning, out-of-control wildfires roaring across parts of the West and showing no signs of slowing down. A new blaze igniting in Laguna Beach, California. Overnight, that inferno triggering mandatory evacuations for thousands of residents. Gusty winds creating treacherous conditions for emergency crews. The uncontained fire growing to 200 acres. An aerial assault ordered to put out the flames. In New Mexico, firefighters still battling a fierce fire in Colfax County that's doubled in size over the last day. Still 0% contained, more than 30,000 acres charred, 300 homes potentially in its path, 14 structures destroyed, including a ranch belonging to the Boy Scouts of America. Evacuees still unsure when they can return home. And in Colorado, hundreds forced out of their homes by the 416 fire north of Durango. More than 1,000 acres engulfed, also 0% contained. Roads closed as firefighters continue to beat down the flames.
And it has been very dry out there. Here's a drought monitor. There are 8 states that are in extreme drought. There's a combination of things, including last year's Pacific hurricane season was pretty weak, so they didn't get a lot of moisture, not a lot of moisture across the south over this winter. So that's the issue there. We might get a little rain across eastern New Mexico today, but also some thunderstorms that may be dry with more lightning across parts of Arizona.
After battling forest fires for over a week, Uttarakhand witnessed a sudden change of weather with cloudbursts and heavy rains wreaking havoc in the state. Uttarkashi, Balkot, Pauri and Tihri are the worst affected areas where roads were washed away in the wake of cloudbursts. Places like Pithoragarh and Betalghat also witnessed devastation as debris entered houses and shops. In Tehri's Ghansali, 3 children were swept away in a river. 2 of them were later rescued while a 12-year-old was untraceable. 5 teams of the Indo-Tibetan Border Police have been deployed in the state for rescue operations. Teams of the State Disaster Response Force have been also rushed to the affected areas. Meteorological Department has issued orange alert in Uttarakhand. Heavy rains have been warned for the next 36 hours.
Ya Allah Arfa, kita ini banjir nak, nusa ketawa nak.
Ini Adi.
Sudah banjir, pintu rusak karena banjir. Ma, ini orang berenang, Rik. Apa dia nih? Jangan tenggelam. Ya ampun, ketinggi. Kamu naik di sini dia nyari. Kamu naik di lantai 2 kali ya. Halo.
Welcome back. About 4,000 people have been sent to fight forest fires in North China's Inner Mongolia. Now, there are still 2 fires remaining in China's largest forest in the Greater Hengan Mountains, one in the Hanman National Nature Reserve, the other in the northern primeval area. A total of 14 forest fires broke out in the region on June 1st and June 2nd. They were all thought to be caused by lightning strikes. 12 of them have been put out. Now, strong winds, remote mountainous terrain, and dry vegetation made the firefighting extremely difficult.
The Hong Kong Observatory has issued a very hot weather warning for 16 consecutive days, breaking the maximum heat record of over 33 degrees for 13 consecutive days in 1963. At 12:20 p.m. on June 1st, the air temperature of Hong Kong was recorded as 34 degrees,